You forgot where you put your keys. Again. You lost track of a conversation mid-sentence. You walked into a room and had no idea why you were there. And everyone said the same thing. Oh, that's just mom brain. It'll pass. But it didn't pass. Did it? Here's what nobody told you. What science itself didn't fully understand until 2 months ago. What happened to your brain when you became a mother wasn't a malfunction. It wasn't a side effect. It was the most dramatic biological upgrade your brain has ever gone through. And it was permanent. In May 2026, scientists at Mount Sinai published a study in Nature, one of the most prestigious scientific journals on the planet. And what they found rewrites everything we thought we knew about the mother's brain. But before we get there, let's talk about what everyone believed until now. For decades, the assumption was simple. Pregnancy messes with your brain temporarily. Hormones spike, sleep disappears, memory gets foggy. But give it a year, maybe 2, and everything returns to normal. That's what doctors believed. That's what researchers assumed. That's what your own mother probably told you. They were wrong. Scientists now know that the brains of mothers are structurally and molecularly different from the brains of women who have never given birth. Not just during pregnancy, not just in the first year. Women who gave birth 30 years ago, their brain tissue still shows the same molecular marks, the same changes, still there, still active. Your brain after motherhood is not the same brain you had before. It never will be again.
So what actually happened in there? Everything starts with dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the feel-good chemical, but that's not the full story. Dopamine is really about change. It marks moments that matter. It tells your brain, adapt to this, be different because of this. During the postpartum period, something unusual happens. Dopamine levels in your hippocampus, the region of your brain responsible for memory and learning, actually drop. And that drop is not a problem. That drop is the signal. When dopamine falls, it leaves behind a chemical tag on the proteins that package your DNA. Scientists call this histone dopaminylation, a mark so small it's invisible to the naked eye, but powerful enough to permanently change which genes stay active in your brain. Think of your DNA like a massive library. Before motherhood, certain books are open, certain books are closed. After that dopamine drop, the library gets reorganized. New sections open, old ones close. And this reorganization is permanent. Now here's where it gets interesting. The mothers in the study didn't just have different brains, they performed better. Better memory, faster reactions to infant cues, sharper focus on things that actually matter. Mothers showed faster pattern recognition, the ability to detect a subtle change in a baby's cry. They showed stronger emotional memory, locking in the experiences and faces that matter most. And they showed something researchers called enhanced maternal vigilance, a brain running a quiet background scan, constantly, automatically, without effort. Your brain didn't break down, it upgraded. It traded general cognitive flexibility for something more precise, a brain built to protect. Evolution literally rewired you to keep a tiny, helpless human alive. But here's where it gets dark. Because not every mother gets this upgrade. The researchers found something that should make all of us angry. When new mothers experience chronic stress, no sleep, no support, financial pressure, isolation, doing everything alone, something goes wrong at the molecular level. Stress raises dopamine in the hippocampus instead of lowering it. And without that dopamine drop, the chemical tag never gets placed. The genes never activate. The brain never makes the switch. The upgrade gets blocked. The mother's brain stays stuck, unable to access the very cognitive benefits that pregnancy was designed to unlock. And here's the part that connects everything. The researchers found a direct molecular link between this blocked upgrade and postpartum depression. 1 in 5 mothers experiences postpartum depression. And part of the reason, written in the chemistry of the brain itself,
is that her brain never got the conditions it needed to complete its own transformation. This isn't weakness. This isn't failure. This is biology. This is what happens when a brain built for community-based motherhood gets dropped into isolation, pressure, and chronic stress, alone.
Now here's the part that changes everything. When the researchers blocked the stress pathway in mice, when they restored the molecular conditions for the upgrade to complete, the brain changes came back. For the first time in history, scientists have a specific molecular target for treating postpartum mental health. Not managing symptoms, not prescribing sleep, a precise biological mechanism they can work with. But you don't need a clinical trial to act on what this research tells us right now. A new mother who is supported, who sleeps, who has help, who is not drowning alone, doesn't just feel better. Her brain is physically, molecularly different from a mother who isn't. The support you give her is not emotional. It is biological. It creates the conditions for the most important brain transformation of her life to complete itself. So if you are watching this and you are a mother, what you felt wasn't weakness. What you experienced wasn't your brain failing you. It was your brain in the middle of the most complex, powerful, and permanent transformation it has ever gone through. And if you struggled, if the upgrade felt blocked, if the fog never lifted, now you know exactly why. And now science knows how to fix it. And if you know a new mother, a partner, a friend, a sister, a daughter, the support you give her does not just help emotionally. It literally changes her brain, at the molecular level, permanently. You're not just being kind, you are completing her upgrade. Next time on Bob Bulb, scientists gave 28 healthy people their very first dose of magic mushrooms, then scanned their brains 1 month later. What they found inside, nobody expected. Keep your brain on.